Robert, let's talk about some of the things that have been in the news lately. One just a couple of weeks ago is apple juice. Safe to drink or not safe? You know, sugar is one thing, but
Sure.
we heard about arsenic now.
I just covered this on my show the other day. It's
Yeah.
good that you're asking me.
Yep.
This, you know, Dr. Oz, right? The guy that
Yep.
you know, I give him his props. You know, I like what he does. He can't go too far, or else they take him off the air. I recognize that too. So there's always this pull. For me in media, I could never compromise on my principles, so I couldn't do what he does to not, you know, to have to hold back on this. Now, I like that he is doing a lot of good things. It's helping people too. There's a bridge that's being made. With the apple juice scenario, the argument is, well, is it organic arsenic or inorganic arsenic? And then they're saying one is safe, one is not. But the reality is now they're importing apple juice from China. We don't know what the heck is going in. And the apple juice even that's domestic, if it is sprayed, if it is not organic, will contain some levels of more toxic components, including arsenic. Remember, back in the early part of the 20th century,